BlueTherapy is a show where couples go on and they speak to a therapist in front of a camera. So everything kind of unravels in front of the camera, and there's a lot of drama, shall I say that, to say the least. It's a lot of drama. It's very dramatic. And I just want to say, if you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to bring you lots of content like this. But yes, so Lauren and Michael, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. First of all, thank you for coming, because
thanks for having us.
Lauren, I know that you live quite far away, right?
Me?
Nottingham.
No. So I'm from Nottingham, but I've lived in London, for like 8 years.
Okay. And then Michael, where are you coming from?
Just outside London, like Hertford.
Okay, not too far then.
No, it's
But how long
took
is
a
it on
little
the train?
A couple hours.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it was a journey.
What time did you wake up this morning?
I was up at 8.
Oh, yeah.
Shower, ready, everything.
Okay, that's crazy. No, I was up at 8, but I was still in bed till like 9. So I feel bad, but thank
Scrolling
you.
on Instagram.
Thank you for coming. First of all, let's get into BlueTherapy, right? You got on the show. You obviously came on the show because there was some sort of issue, right? Mm-hmm. Now, one of the issues that you brought up was that Lauren, if you are listening, Lauren is a musician, she's a singer, and she spends a lot of time in the studio, a lot of time in rehearsals, doing a lot of stuff, and Michael said he felt like he was a tag-along when she would go places and go to press events or whatever she's doing. He just felt like a tag-along or a second thought. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it never started that way.
Okay.
That was the main problem behind it, is that when we first got together, it was very much was sort of her music and our relationship was on the same level.
Yeah.
And then as her career progressed and it got bigger, I sort of took a back foot and I didn't get to see her as much, and it became like a rare event when I actually got to spend time with her.
Okay.
I'm quite a passive person. I don't really like to get into confrontations, stuff like that. So for me, it was the perfect way to sort of air out all my problems and get it all on the table.
For me, it's just like the nature of the game. It's always like sometimes I'm busy, like doing so many things a day, and sometimes nothing, you know. So I don't feel like I just randomly change. But yeah, I kind of do put my career first, and it is kind of hard. Like anyone would know, dating a creative, like it's two different worlds. So yeah, there was a lot of issues.
Yeah, and I see that. And Michael lied about his height. Why was that?
Yeah, we sat on these chairs right
it.
now, and he just put his height up so that he would be taller than me.
Yeah, I saw that. I peeped that. I was like, Michael, you was not the same height as Lauren.
She is wearing heels today again. Can I just point that out? She does this to me on a regular basis.
On purpose.
Right. So why did you lie about this? Why do men lie about their height?
Oh,
I don't understand.
please.
Like, I added a few inches on my Tinder bio. I didn't think it was a big deal. It was. I feel like it's standard. Like if a guy has to state their height, they're probably lying about it a little bit.
Well, to me, I just think it's crazy because I literally don't care. My exes are shorter than me, taller, like I don't care. But to some girls, it's a make or break. Like you can't say that you're tall and then you meet them and you're short. It's a mad thing.
I mean, for me, I would have to my boyfriend has to be at least taller than me. But there's no shade to Michael, that's fine, you know? You landed a great relationship. Well, we'll speak about if it was great or not. But you landed a relationship with someone else, and I'm pretty sure you do it all the time, don't you?
What, lie about my height?
No. You land great relationships with people no matter what height you are.
No, it was his first good one that he landed.
Yeah. You know, I didn't even know that height was an issue until I really got on Tinder.
If you didn't know, then you wouldn't lie.
So
No, but I'm saying, like, I got on
How
Tinder.
tall did you say you were?
I can't really remember now.
How
Did
tall?
you say like 5'11"?
What?
Yeah, he said 5'11".
No, that is
I didn't
atrocious.
say. Maybe a little. Maybe it was around that sort of
Also, what they didn't even show on the show, because I made him stand up. I said, because he was like, no, I'm taller than you. I said, please. I said, Joe, can we stand up? Stood up, made us take our shoes off to like prove that he was.
Yeah, and was
taller
we
than
not
me.
the same height?
Very problematic.
Yeah, we was.
I can say myself, this is not, you know what, I don't want to height shame because we love Michael and Michael can be whatever height he wants to be.
Sure
but
can.
I can say that Lauren is telling the truth, he is shorter than her.
Yes!
So yeah.
Do we have to take our shoes off right now and prove this again?
I love this.
So how tall are you, like your actual height?
I'm 5'8".
Okay, that's not bad.
Excuse me, he's 5'7".
I'm 5'8".
Okay, so
We're not
5'7".
going to
we're-
do this.
Right,
It's
and how
fine.
tall are you, Lauren?
I'm 5'8", the real 5'8".
Okay, so it's only 1 inch. You know, 1 inch isn't a lot.
But when he said 5'11", sorry, I'm going to let you continue.
All right, so I wanted to ask you guys about best friends because this is a conversation that has come up many times in the show now, at least twice. And Lauren, she's trying to run away from the conversation. But Lauren has this best friend called Sasha. We still are yet to see this best friend. I would like to. I'm hoping that you can show us a picture here.
Everyone. I will show you. No, I think I had to delete everything in the world.
No way.
Oh, she had to lock it off.
I had to lock him off.
So she had this friend called Sasha. If you're listening, you have no idea. He is a male. She did lie about him being gay. So why was that?
No, you know, I know that guys are always jealous of like other guys, and my aim was to let him know that Sasha is just my friend. So, you know, I don't know, I painted it a little bit, you know, like pretty, and I just didn't want him to be a threat. But obviously, like during the, you know, with the relationship coach, I did learn that, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have lied. But I think he understands that I just was trying to show that he was innocent.
I get where it was coming from, but the shock for me, you know, when I happened to bump into him, and I'm expecting, you know, little Sasha, and I get this 6'3", massive, muscly, good-looking guy in front of me. I'm like, oh my god.
Stop selling him. All the girls.
It's been a big deal because the hype already was a big deal for Michael. So have a man tower over him, like Sasha, and it's not the Sasha that he pictured. So what did Sasha think about that? Does Sasha know that you said that he was gay? How does he feel?
No, Sasha didn't know. He just thought it was normal, like he probably knew about him. Because as Michael said on the show, oh, we go for dinner dates and stuff. No, we sometimes go for a coffee or something. So obviously he knows about Michael, and yeah, he's cool. He didn't know there was any issue because the only issue was in Michael's head. Okay,
so talking about that, right? How do you feel, Michael, about your girlfriend Lauren having a relationship with a guy that's just on a friendship level? Did you cut it off with Sasha because it was more than a friendship, or it was overstepping the line, or was it just no friends that are guys at all?
Well, because I lied about the kiss.
Right, which we was gonna get into next, because apparently you kissed Sasha, which is
which she never told me. Obviously.
First Sasha was gay, then Sasha was tall and muscly, and now we're kissing Sasha.
It
we're
built
not friends.
up quick, didn't it?
Can we make it very clear? I kissed him ages ago, years ago, before me and Michael got together.
You kissed him and you stayed friends with him, and then you lied to me, told me he was gay.
You don't know what to say, do you?
I've apologized to you already. We sat with Joe, and you know, it wasn't good, but it was just an innocent like kiss like ages ago, and now we're friends. So we've overcome that. It's not flirty. Like we if we wanted to be together, why am I not with him, please? Do you know what I mean?
I hear that, but
so we're just friends. So to say, oh, by the way, one time we held hands, or do you know? I just thought he was so small. It's not like I had sex with the guy. So I just thought.
So if it was the other way round, and Michael lied about a girl being gay, and then it turns out that she's just the sexiest thing alive, and they've kissed, how would you feel?
I don't think a kiss is too deep. If you had sex
lying.
with her,
No,
I don't think you should say that if this situation
She's a
was reversed.
musician. She's a singer. Musicians are very emotional people,
Having
very
sense.
sensitive. So I know.
No, but I already don't like girl mates. So if you got girl mates, it's like you already could have liked it to a little kiss. I just think it's not as deep as like if you had sex with someone. That's what I'm saying.
The thing is with girls, they would know this without me having to say it. I know what girls are like. She would have dived into my Instagram. She would have found her. She would know everything about her. She would know if we had kissed. She would have found out.
So what was the context of this kiss? Where was it? Why did it happen? Was it in a bedroom? Was it in
No,
a
it
hotel?
was. You got me
I was
have to go back
picturing
on
them rolling
therapy.
around on the floor, candles, everything.
No, we was actually out in a club. Like, you know, we were just out. I'm literally his wingman. Like, I don't know why. It was a mistake, you know? Like, we were just dancing and stuff. And we just kissed. And it was like, no. And it wasn't the vibe. And then we carried on wingmaning and we just friends. But it was ages ago.
Okay.
Stop talking about it.
All right. So we've cleared it up. I want to see a picture of Sasha, though. Like, I want to see what Sasha
You
looks
and
like.
half of Twitter.
I mean, I want to expose who Sasha is. Sasha needs to know. Like, anyways, we'll move on from Sasha because I can tell it's a very sensitive point for you, Michael, and for you, Lauren, because I feel like, as funny as it can be, it's a very serious issue because that's where trust issues can stem from, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I just want to say also, it was also very sad because the kiss aside, it was actually a really good friend of mine and is no longer in my life. So it's like, I know I lied, but it's a real situation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So yeah, you started BlueTherapy. So those were your issues. So you had the height, that was a lie. You had the friend that was not a friend, that they've kissed. And then you had the not spending time with each other, which was given to you as homework. Spend time with each other. You had to go out, not go out actually. I think you just had a dinner at home, right?
Yeah,
Just a simple dinner at home. And Lauren couldn't turn up on time.
No.
What was the reason?
What was the reason? Can I just say, first of all, everyone on Twitter and stuff is like, oh, he made her a home-cooked meal. You saw the takeaway bag. He got a little takeaway. Everyone's like, he cooked this and that. And it was vegan.
What was it?
I think it was a Chinese, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was vegan because he's vegan.
Chinese.
That was also a big issue of ours, but it didn't get aired.
Yeah, that got left out.
The veganism. Well. But sorry, wait, what was the question?
The question was you were
Oh,
late.
Why? What was your excuse?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to do.
So,
So I was I was supposed to be free that day, but the video shoot from the day before, we still had to shoot another scene.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to do that, and he already knew that. But then I was going to try and finish early, but it overran. And it's just, people don't understand, it's impossible. It's not a choice. Oh, I'm just going to leave now. Like, then the whole thing is a waste. We've got no video. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's not possible. It's not just me being like, oh, I'm going to be a bit late. Like, it's, it's not easy.
It's uncontrollable, basically.
Yes.
All right, so how did you feel about that in that moment, Michael?
I mean, I was kind of half expecting it anyway.
Okay.
You know, I know the deal with Lauren at this point. I know, like, I understand her career to a degree. Obviously, it was like a bit of a letdown that I'd prepared all this. I thought, oh, she's actually going to make an effort because, like, we got set the homework. I thought, she's definitely going to make the effort and everything.
Yeah.
Had candles going and everything. And no, it was cold noodles.
And I know it was probably more intense because the cameras are there, everyone's waiting with you, and you're like, where is she? Do you know what I mean?
We just sat there playing a game of Cluedo while waiting.
No way!
I knew they were gonna F me. I was like, oh no, it's gonna look so bad.
Oh my gosh. All right, so apart from that homework, Joe is your therapist.
Yeah.
You don't have the other therapist. I can't remember her name right now. Denise. You don't have Denise.
No.
Is there some sort of, why do they allocate certain therapists to certain couples?
I think they just, because there was Denise on the first series, wasn't there, the YouTube series, and then it's grown, like there's 5 couples in this one, right? So they just had added another relationship coach. I think it's that simple. Yeah, we wasn't given a choice or anything. We
showed up, we met Joe.
And was this your first time in therapy?
Yeah.
Wow, so that's a big step.
Yeah.
How did you find it? Because you had to open up, 1, to someone you didn't know, and then 2, you had people watching, basically on camera. So there was a whole set and everything, and then you had your confessionals that you had to do. How was that? What was the experience like?
I mean, for me, it was something completely different. You know, I work a normal job. I'm not a singer. I'm not an actor. Nothing like that. So for Lauren, I feel like it was a bit more. You know, she was okay in front of the camera. For me, I mean, I don't know if you can hear my breathing a few times. I was like, yeah, so.
Nervous.
Yeah. Just on the first day, I was quite nervous. Then I sort of got to grips with it, and you forget about the cameras, and you just sort of, you know, you just see Lauren, the coach, and you just start getting into it, and you just forget about it, especially when you start arguing and bringing up all these new issues like kisses with friends and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And what about you, Lauren?
It was very interesting. I mean, I'm an open book anyway. As I was saying to you, I even used to have my own radio show. Like, I can talk forever. But it was difficult finding out that Michael, who I thought was just chill, like, had all these issues, and he's saying it in front of Joe. And I even say on the show, like, must we do everything, like, in front of Joe? Like, why are you not just talking to me at home? Like, I can't understand that. So, it was nice. And I guess we wouldn't have found out certain things if Joe wasn't there. But it was a mix of, like, confused why you won't just speak to me, but then it was good, and we got into some different, like,
things.
You know, things, some things, let's say.
Did you watch the original series, the number 1?
I saw most of it in, like, Instagram clips, you know.
Okay,
so because it was viral, but I don't think I sat and, like, watched an episode properly. But it was all over social media.
So how did you guys get chosen to get on the show?
I think I saw it online somewhere about that it was coming up, and I remember seeing clips, and I thought, right, I was thinking about getting into some, like, doing some sort of, like, therapy or something with Lauren anyway, because I knew that it was the only way I was going to be able to sort of get out all my problems and air everything. And I thought, if it's going to, you know, Lauren is sort of her side of things and my side of things, you know, with the TV and that. So I thought it might just sort of tick 2 boxes for both of us and get it all done.
Yeah. So you applied?
Yeah.
Crazy. You actually applied. That's mad to me.
Crazy, isn't
mad
it?
to me, because it's like,
you think I did?
Yeah, I thought you did, so that you could get the music stuff going and, you know.
Everyone said that to me. You on the show to show your music. I know, since he dragged me on, what song should I sing first? Lauren Cofie.
All right, so have you watched it back?
Yeah.
So you've been watching every week with us?
Yeah,
we've been watching it with you. And
we hadn't seen anything until it came out.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
we didn't know. We were watching like you guys, like, oh my gosh, what they're gonna say, and obviously the edits as well.
Yeah.
And we were just it was,
You know, anything, nothing about the other couples until we sort of met them at the screening.
Wow,
Nothing.
that's what I was going to ask you. What's your
clue.
thoughts on the other couples? Who's your favourite at the moment?
We both got the same favorite.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
favorite couple. The newest couple. Oh, what's his name?
Their names
I
could
know
ever.
who you're talking
The one with the
about.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
remember
their
their
names
names
both
right
start
We
with
literally
T.
talk
and
to
I can't
them all the
remember.
time on Instagram. We're like
Yeah, they're our
bestie, couple
favourites.
besties.
Yeah, we just saw each other like when we was going to the screening. Was like we just both just went up to each other, just gave everyone a hug.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, you're
And
our
the
favourite
guy,
couple.
he's definitely got ADHD as well, like me. So we were just like, blah, 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 blah. And then you and I can't believe we don't know the name.
Thames and.
It's okay,
God,
guys.
yeah,
It's
gonna really
fine.
annoy
I'll
me.
put it on screen.
But yeah, they're our favourite. But obviously they're just getting started. But they're bringing so much fun and vibes.
Yeah.
Marie and Tunde, is it?
Yeah, I think
They
that's
are
everyone's
insane.
main
Watching
spoke
at
about
the-
couple.
Watching at the premiere, we were
my
just there,
God.
like mouths open, like, oh, I was like, skip my
Yeah.
part. I want to see what these are doing because
Yeah.
we were there. But
I mean, throwing water, it's giving love.
Kangaroo
the Friends,
pouch.
Yeah.
loving hip hop
Yeah.
fully, and we didn't have a clue, so we were just watching it like, oh.
So who do you think's not going to work out? I mean, you don't know, so.
I think Marie and Tunde need to not work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Then again,
Too many issues.
Ray and Sean even like.
Oh no, I like them. I know they've got a lot of
Yeah.
issues, but I feel like there's genuine love between them.
Yeah.
Whereas Tunde and Marie, it just seems like
No.
I don't even know how you guys got together.
It's
it doesn't
crazy,
make any sense.
and she should just get back with her footballer because she obviously lives for the lifestyle.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's not what.
Yeah.
Tunde
Well,
is.
he's
He
got,
needs to
he's
focus
got
on his
3
kids,
kids
mate.
now,
Yeah. What can you? Anyways,
It's
so
just-
No, Nick Cannon.
yeah.
Nick Cannon.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
Right.
I was gonna say, which episode was the hardest to watch back?
Oh, that's got to be pretty obvious, isn't it? It's got to be the third episode.
So the
one
most recent episode.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get into that. I know it's a hard conversation to have, but it's a conversation that we have to have,
No,
right?
I knew it was going to come up, yeah.
So you guys are in an interracial?
I always
In-
struggle with that word. I can't say that word.
In
either.
an interrelation.
Interracial relationship.
You know what? Just, yeah, you said it.
I'll write it on the screen.
I have to slow it down to say it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So obviously one of you is mixed and then one of you is white,
Yeah.
right? And the problem that came up is that Lauren peeped on Instagram and on Snapchat and all these platforms that Michael went on a family holiday with his family, and there were in-laws there. So there were people that weren't actually
Everyone
family.
was
There were
there. The
girlfriends.
shopkeeper, everyone was there, my G. My family. I was the only one not invited on this holiday.
Everyone but Lauren. And Michael, you said it's because she's the first black girl you've been out with.
Yeah.
Sound effects.
So can we speak about this? Because I mean, Twitter has been going off.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Everybody's been
days.
going off because you didn't give us a extended explanation. It was
Yeah,
just kind of
like I said, it was to do with the edit as well. We did
Yeah.
speak a lot more on this subject,
Right.
which it didn't make it into the show, unfortunately.
yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, it came from a place of love.
Yeah.
And me wanting for Lauren to feel comfortable, and just to make sure that, you know,
Is this because your family does say things that could offend her?
possibly,
Right.
you know, just like
I
not
think
even
every
on
single White
purpose.
person says
Yeah.
random
Right.
stuff to me, and
Never
we
on
just let it
purpose, but
Yeah.
some stuff just slips out and you don't even realize. Like I've said stuff to Lauren before, and I didn't realize I was saying something that could be offensive until she's brought it up to me.
Right. But I know that elder members of the family
Yeah.
probably, I mean, even when it comes to LGBT plus, like
Yeah.
BTQ plus, sorry.
Yeah.
They don't understand and they're hard-headed. So I understand that you were probably trying to protect her in that moment.
Yeah.
But the edit just looked
It
absolutely
looks so
crazy.
It
You
really
were just
did.
like, I've never been out with a black girl before.
And that's why I didn't get to go on
that's why I
holiday.
didn't go on holiday.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more of you protecting her.
Yeah, it was
right?
just like out of a place of love and to sort of make sure that she was going to be comfortable. My family weren't going to slip up and say something stupid.
Which was all in his head, really.
Yeah.
And in general, I think he'll know from being in a relationship with me, I'm really sensitive. Sometimes he'll say one thing, maybe I'm on my period or something, I'll cry and I'm so upset. Like, so I think he was worried. But we deal with, like, you're mixed race like me. We like, are you
black.
Oh, sorry, she's full black. So we deal with these little passing comments all the time, and we'd be fighting everyone if we really like got into it. Like, so it's fine. But I understand why he thinks I'm very sensitive, and anyone could say anything innocent. Do you know what I mean? And he thought that maybe I'll be like, what? And there'll be arguments, but not at all. Like, I'm not like that.
It's from our talking before where we've had conversations and Lauren's like flown off the handle. Like I've mentioned it on the show, and I was just worried that somebody could say something, then she would say something back. They would get into a whole big argument. And I'm like, that's not what I want for the first time.
You have to bring her to your family, right?
Yeah.
So Lauren, how did you feel about that? Genuinely, how did you feel about that, and knowing that he's protecting you from some members of the family? Does that make you feel uncomfortable? Because obviously it's got to be a struggle. There's got to be hard things about being in an interracial relationship, isn't it?
Wait, sorry again, what's the question?
The question is, how did you genuinely feel about
when
knowing
said,
that he's protecting you from certain family members?
Yeah. Well, at first I didn't see it as like just protecting me, you know. I just thought like, what? Like it was like bombshell, you know. And I just thought, where's this come from, kind of thing. But then obviously sat with Joe, and we've really gone through it, and even like Joe understanding, and everyone just understanding that bringing anyone different, you know, like. You know, me bringing a blonde guy home, my sister would be like, oh, blonde guy, like, do you know what I mean? I get the innocence from him. I keep forgetting that question.
How did you genuinely feel about his family? Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Because obviously you have struggles in being in an interracial relationship. I guess that would be one of them. But how did you feel in that moment? Did you kind of feel a bit like, oh my gosh, now I've got to worry about his family maybe being racist or whatever?
But I think I knew it was going to be fine, because I think the main issue was that he thinks I'm sensitive and I might take things the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? Not that anything was bad with the family or anything. So yeah, I was just upset that he didn't tell me this at home. I'm on big TV. And I was worried for him as well. I was like, oh, you really want to do this? But as I said, when we do get into it, and with Joe, it was very normal and understandable. Do you know what I mean?
And we spoke about it on both sides as well, how Lauren's friends, how they are with me being a white guy.
Yeah,
we see it on both sides.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't usually date white guys, so, you know, it's like...
So it's your first time?
Like first relationship, yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
that's got to be
so
different.
knowing
So
that
it's
he
for
just
both of us.
meant like, it's like if I was being paranoid, introduce my sisters in case they go, oh, white boy, and he starts crying. Like that's all he meant overall, that kind of vibe. So once I knew that, I could stop being defensive, and I was like, okay.
Right. So after the conversation about race came around, it was like, we're going now. That was the last straw. We're not talking about anything more than this. It's crazy. I'm leaving. What happened? Because you guys kind of said, you know what? We've had enough therapy. We're good to go, ready to go. And from the audience point of view, I'm like, we're just getting started. What's going on?
Yeah, like I said, we did speak a lot more on it. It didn't all quite make it into the show, but I did sit down with Joe and explain to him, look, I know what Lauren's like at the end of the day. I don't think she ever really wanted to be here. The best way for us to work through our problems is just face to face. I'm going to use what you've taught me about being more open and talking to Lauren, communicating a bit better. And we're going to try that at home and see if that works, because we had never tried that at home. We never had the tools to make our relationship work. And now we have the tools, so we thought, all right, let's just give it a go and see if we can do this away from the cameras instead.
Yeah, and like after finding out that situation and everything, I think I was just a bit exhausted, deflated, and like, can you just talk to me? Like, so I was happy with his decision, because everyone said, no, girl, you need to stay in therapy and find out some more stuff.
I mean, it was just getting started, but
yeah. So I was kind of like, I would have gone with it for sure. I told him that on the show, but then I thought, well, it's nice that he's not just giving up, like, oh, I don't want to do therapy, let's split up, you know? He was willing to do it at home. So I'm like, hey, whatever you want, like, I'm going to try always, not just in front of the TV, you know? Like, we can try and work through it. So, yeah.
So how did you find the process overall? Like, what have you learned from it? What do you think you've taken from the process? Because I know there's something that you could have taken from it.
Yeah, I mean, we learned a lot about ourselves. I learned a lot about myself, my insecurities, why I was feeling the way I did about her career, her friends, stuff like that. Joe, again, gave us some great tools to use and work through our problems. Yeah, overall, it was definitely, I wouldn't change it. I'm glad we did it.
Okay, and for you, Lauren?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good experience. We met some like nice people. Like everyone on set was amazing. Joe, big out Joe as well. I think he's got a new book out. So yeah, shout out to Joe, the relationship coach. But yeah, so it was a nice experience. It was eye-opening. And yeah, it was good. I think therapy is good for everyone, even like for yourself, like self-therapy, so never mind couples. And the fact that he just didn't want to give up and, you know, leave me or something, and he wanted to do it through therapy, I thought that was like nice and positive. So yeah, we're happy that we did it.
Okay, so now for the question that I've been waiting to ask this whole time. Where is your relationship now?
What do you think?
You're not together.
You don't think we're together?
No, I don't think so.
Why don't you think we're together anymore? You think that last one just...
Maybe she feels a bit too happy now.
I think that you found out that you're better off as friends, but I'll let you speak.
So there's actually what is it, like a where they're at now, you know, which we filmed after. So we don't want to give too
is that what you filmed yesterday?
Away. No, we didn't film that yesterday. No, we filmed it before. So I don't think we should really give away too much.
Make
like,
everyone wait to the last episode.
Okay, all right, cool.
Everyone's on Twitter like, oh my gosh, you should leave him, you should leave her, this and that. And yeah, we'll let the show reveal it.
Okay, we'll see. But I just gave my prediction, guys. I don't think they're together anymore. They're great friends. They seem like great friends, honestly. Tinder can make friendships, you know? It doesn't always have to make relationships, do you know what I mean? But yeah, just to finish off, thank you guys for coming. But what's next for you? What can we look out for?
I mean, for me, you know, I'm just back to work, normal things for me.
With the doggies.
Yeah, back with the dogs.
So you're not going to use your platform for anything?
I don't know. I'll see what comes my way. But, you know, I have a full-time job. I have a mortgage and stuff. So I need a full-time career to make sure I can still pay my bills. But if something comes my way, you know, I'm more than open to it.
Yeah, okay.
Separately, we're on Times Square. Jeez! I just remembered that.
Today,
I just
God, I couldn't believe it.
the ad, right?
Yeah, that's sick. Literally just
Is that in the US now?
But yeah, obviously I'm a singer, songwriter. I have artists I look after as well. So yeah, just in the studio, working on new music. So just expect more music, videos and everything.
All right, so can we get into this song that you've sent me? Tell us about it, what's going on, what's next for you in terms of music-wise. Because, I mean, we know you're a singer. We speak about it 30,000 times in the show, but we haven't. Where is the music?
Everyone was like, why am I hearing music? Is this X Factor? I was like, hey, you better sit down and listen. Michael actually loves this song, actually, don't you, Michael?
Oh,
he was like, when are you going to release it?
Yeah. She was sending me clips while it was being done.
Yeah, so this song is called What You Gonna Do About It. It's me featuring Willie XO. He's like a Nigerian artist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's a whole vibe. It's kind of like R&B, Afro beats. I've got an EP out which is R&B, and then I've got loads of acoustic versions and collabs. I've got I'm Your Type with Scorcher, which Michael didn't really like the video. You can just find everything at Lauren Cofie, Cofie. And yeah, I just be doing my thing. I just be creating, you know?
Yeah, so can you do the honors of introing your track for me?
You're listening to Represent Radio with Anaya, me, Lauren Cofie, and Michael in the house. This next song is Lauren Cofie featuring Willie XO. What you gonna do about it? Cheers!
If I make a move, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?